So let's get to it. We have three clergy men. It's not a
clergy people.
Three from the clergy. Thank you. I don't want.
Say three from the clergy, like you say. Come on, just bring me three from the clergy, please.
Chico.
That's another way to address it. Okay.
Okay,
We'll go with yours. We'll go with yours.
No. You are a multilingual, so
No.
I can see that you are looking up. You are looking for where to pull
I was
from.
just saying, how do you literally introduce people who spend their lives sort of teaching us about, spirituality and getting closer to God? Three from the clergy just sort of downplays it.
Oh, really?
If I must say, three from the clergy, I wouldn't say.
So what would you say?
What would you say then?
I'm thinking, it's more like, heaven-sent representatives from above. Just something more.
Okay, please,
whether or not they agree with you.
introduce these heaven-sent people.
Let's begin from the lady among them. She is Lady Evangelist Adedoja Kuriko, who is Minister in charge of CSC City of God. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. And we also have Apostle Ansel Madubuko, who is the Apostolic Leader, Revival Assembly. Thank you very much for your time. As well as Reverend Arire Ayokolaole of Bola Memorial Anglican Church in Ikeja. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. So let's talk Christmas. If there has been so many, theological and etymological backgrounds to what Christmas is. So let me start with you, Apostle Madubuko. All those backgrounds and arguments to the origin of the Christmas day and all of that, how much of a distraction is it, and how persuasive has it been over the years?
Yeah, thank you. Like you rightly said, I think it's more of a distraction, actually, because the Bible never told us when Jesus was born. That means it doesn't matter when he was born. So what is important is that he was born. That's the most important thing. So anyone getting to the arguments of the dates has lost the essence. It's not about the date, it's about the coming of life, coming of God's love, God's mercy, God's patience. God telling man, as bad as it is, I'm with you. I'm in this thing with you. I can bring you out. I can raise you up. I can bring you home. So for me, it's the greatest love story.
Okay.
It has to be told.
Well, I'm sure we'll get into that detail shortly. But Venerable, how have you had to deal with that one whenever it came up? Because unless it didn't come up from your end?
Well, it does. Let me just add to that. I think it is important. It doesn't matter what distraction that might have actually caused. But what is mostly important in addition to that is that, Christianity does not make provision for argument. It is just all because of ignorance. Why did I say this? Because Christianity is about conviction, and the conviction that comes out of revelation. And whatever that is revealed, it means it's beyond human. And so that is about that. So Christianity is free. And about Christmas, it is not about date or time. Like he has said, there are issues that are fundamental here. There had never been any record or any religion or any, field of life that ever proved it wrong that Jesus never born. And he came for a purpose.
Well, madam, it's been a very interesting year. How do you tell people who have been having issues, despite everything, and God is alive and God is with them?
Thank you, sir. As our people has already said, I will let them know that God is alive and is very real. everything made us know that God is alive. And when we are talking about Christmas, the Christmas we are talking about is about Christ. And it is only gift that people receive that made people rejoice. So that one made us know that he is alive and is with us. Even in the Bible, when we are reading about his birth, when we got to Matthew 1:23, they said, God, one of the name of the Christ there is Emmanuel. God is with us. So that one gave us an assurance that truly God is with us. I can boldly tell people that this God we are talking about, this Christ that made Christmas exist, is alive.
Apostle, do you believe that all this that you three have said is still in the hearts of humans as they celebrate Christmas, in light of the fact that Christmas has become so commercialized? It's about seeing families, about exchanging gifts, it's about going to visit family and eating. That's an important part of Christmas, the eating part of it, the enjoyment, the jollofing part of it.
Yeah, it's all part of it. You know, Jesus is beautiful. It's beautiful. It's okay to visit. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to enjoy the season, enjoy the moment, enjoy the air, enjoy the beauty of God, you know, enjoy his steadfast love that never ceases. It's all part of Christmas. It's all part of God's gift to man. Even to make money is good. The Holy Spirit is a profitable spirit. So it's not bad to make money. I mean, as long as you don't steal.
Yeah.
You know. So it's all part of it. God is all-encompassing. You know, it's about everything good, everything wonderful. You know. So, you know, apart from the fact that we have problems with the timing and all that, there's just something about the season that is not normal.
But what he's asking is along the line that doesn't the commercial value or valve of the entire season take away the...
Well, it shouldn't.
The
It's all part of
spirituality of it.
It shouldn't. We go hand in hand.
Yeah.
These things all,
that's what I was about
they work
to say.
together.
Yeah.
You wouldn't say because you're spiritual, you go and sleep and don't make money.
Not so.
So it's God has packaged the season for everybody. Make money,
Yama?
know God, you know.
I mean, I feel like it's, I mean, just piggybacking off of what he said, because there's something about Christmas. Like my sister-in-law, for example, by June, she's saying, "Oh, I can't wait for December." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
She's like, "There's something
There's
about
something
that.
about
There's
it.
something about it." Like she's like, it's the time where
It's not
everybody's
like
sort
November.
of like, it's like it's almost like a. The season is here, and all of a sudden people are a little bit more happy, they're celebrating, and then you're now thinking, oh, I want to show love to somebody by buying a gift. So I'm like, what can I get for this person? I'm like, show me buy me a gift every day. But this
Not
period,
only at Christmas.
yes, not only at Christmas, but there's something
only
about
for
it.
Christmas.
And every single time I see it, just like he said, they go hand in hand. Now, as you are doing what you are doing, living your daily life, remember the reason
Yeah,
for the season,
that's
which is
correct.
the cliche. He was born to save us from ourselves, And as you do what you do, just don't like steal. Don't shortchange somebody else because
Correct.
you want to have a good Christmas. Don't cheat. Don't lie. Don't sell the gift at a higher price because
Exactly.
because it's Christmas.
Yeah.
They will buy.
But
People are rushing.
There's the commercializing.
That's what I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying. Like, can we just be fair to each other, though, in the same vein?
Yeah.
It's the same love, and it's the same kindness, and it's the same joy, and whatever that we should live in our daily lives.
Venerable, there is also that word out there that for the clergy, I hope I don't annoy somebody again with that. That for the clergy, Christmas actually starts like 2 months before. Is that true? And what goes on within those months?
Well, it depends on tradition and denomination. Depends on denomination. Depends on the area. If we are focusing on this part of the world, that may not be. But other parts, of the world, like in Asia and other parts of the world. So it depends on the where you belong, area, the geographical, area. What Christmas is to the people in Asia might different based on their culture, because again, that is also important. At times, you may not be able to draw a line in between, what your culture is and, what other culture also saying. So in the Middle East, it might be. So it depends on the area of which you are talking, your geographical, location.
Okay, lady, let's bring it down to Nigeria. At the beginning of this month on this program, we talked about Christmas, and we said we didn't feel Christmas at one point because it has been a very trying year, lockdowns, this and SARS. I mean, in Nigeria, it was more turbulent than in other places. Mm-hmm. So we were thinking, how is Christmas going to be in Nigeria? Poverty seems to have skyrocketed. There are more people living below the poverty line. How are they going to celebrate Christmas? So from your observation, what is happening out there right now in Nigeria?
Yeah, we thank God. Even right from the beginning of this year, we don't even think that we will have Christmas at all. Yeah. Because of the state of the condition of the state of the country. So we don't even, it gets to a point that some people have already forgotten about what they call Christmas or year or celebration. But at the end part of it, the Lord took control. We can see there is a singer sang a song one time. He said there is sense in nonsense. Even the year 2020 brings us nonsense that we cannot explain. But still, there is still sense in it. That people grab senses in this nonsense that, so people can still live. People that don't know that people can die before now, they know that people can die. And I'm nothing without God. So when now the thing is looking as if it's getting easy, people now gather themselves together. For Nigeria, we are used to that. When things is rough, we rough it together. When it is about to good, we good it together also. I can follow my sister now. So if you go outside here, you see people buy things. They even still give gift to people, exchange a gift. You see people are happy because we have this day, the Christmas, that we don't even thinking that maybe we will have it before. So if you go around, you see people are happy and everything is going on well.
Apostle, your thoughts about that?
That's true. We are a grateful people. And we're thankful to God for the little we've seen. Like she said, it was rough in the beginning. Nobody knew what was going to happen. We thought maybe they would cancel Christmas. But we're here thanking God. Like she said outside, people are just that. Nigerians are beautiful. Nigerians are something. I drive the streets. People are happy, content, thankful. for this day, for this season, trusting him for a much better year. You know, so we're simply thankful to God. I saw a WhatsApp musical, something on one of the markets.
Yes.
It was so beautiful. They were just, you know, worshiping Jesus, you know. It's only in Nigeria that happens, you know. They didn't care about COVID. They didn't care about it. There are times you got to put these things down and just move on, you know. And just
you could call that a spontaneous carnival of sorts.
Correct. That was, you know, I got that thing. I kept watching it and I kept saying, God, you're just wonderful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You know, unscripted and just from nowhere, this song comes out and everybody's just dancing. And
well, apparently some people, you know, organized
may
the
have planned it, right? Maybe.
You know,
that was
there, but then it was
beautiful.
You know, just to have fun in the marketplace while people are doing things. Just as the same way we have, in case you don't know, we have a studio audience with us in the studio this morning, and they are here to also enjoy this season with us. Some of them have been on this program before, but we just want to have fun with everyone, so you know that if they told you they were coming to channels, they did.
And they are here.
As you can see. All right, so Venerable, one of the things that Christmas represents is giving. Yeah. Between March and I think about 4 or 5 months when there was a lockdown, it was pretty difficult to even consider giving for so many people who were used to giving. Now, it is also, of course, Boxing Day. Many say it's the day you unbox the boxes, and someone says you would rather call it Alert Day. Anyway, that's...
Our friend right here.
It's still unboxing.
Sounds better.
It's still unboxing. It's just a different, less stress.
Okay, so, but the giving element, it's difficult when people wish to give, but they are not able to give because they don't feel that they have enough. What would you say to them?
Well, part of the reason for Christ coming to this world is to show the love of God for us. And that is the reason why the Bible says he gave us his only begotten Son. And that is why Christmas is all about giving. It is not just about material things. It is not just about money. Yes, today in Nigeria and the whole world, economically it's been that difficult. But then, it is not how much you give. It is about showing love. It is about mind. It is about the motive behind, giving. And I can tell you today, sir, do you know at times, merely laughing at someone, you just laugh to people, you also smile, or just smile to somebody, can make that person happy. It's a giving. It's a gift.
There are things you can't count.
Because at times, it is not about money. It's not all about money. It is about the motives, about the love. It's about the message sending, to that person. So you might not be able to do as it used to be. And of course, the person that you think you wanted to give to, who probably now think that you cannot give as much as you've been giving, is also in Nigeria. Like somebody was telling me, I said, where he's living, these people are very stingy, and they have not been able to give. And I asked that person, how much are you giving to others? So as you must also realize that as it's so difficult for you, so it is, others are experiencing it. So it is not about giving, material things. It's about showing love. It's about showing love. Not the size, not the quantity, not about quantity or amount of money that you give to them, but that message or purpose, which is showing love. And you can show love to anyone in any way.
In so many ways.
Yeah, Chigo, how many alerts did you get yesterday?
This time I said I sort of made a point of duty. I didn't receive too many alerts, did I? Wait, hold on. No, I've gotten debit alerts because but I've done a lot of alert is a lot. But you know that there's when you and for some reason the debit alerts seem to come
but
in the middle of the sleep.
On the size.
Yes, but
Just one.
And I've done it before. Debit alert can give you
Just one can
palpitation.
take care of everything. Just
Debit alert gives you palpitation.
No.
Credit
No, one
brings your
credit.
blood pressure down.
Just one loud
Sir?
credit. Just one.
Well, but you know when it's that 2 o'clock time when you are sleeping, you hear kitchen come, you think, wow, bless.
At times,
Debit alert.
20,000 gone to who? Say, when did I give this guy 20,000?
the one I don't like is one from one of those banks. They keep taking money.
And then they'll now show you charge.
Yeah,
the
the
charge
service
of
charge.
the debit.
For what you didn't,
the
for what you
extra
didn't
50
buy.
naira of the amount you just gave. That's the one that even pays me more. Say 50 naira. The 50 naira on top of the something. It chokes me deep. I don't know.
No. See, if you go to bank, back in time, you would have to spend time, spend money, spend fuel, spend transport, wait now to go to the bank. And then you use your...
Are you explaining this 50 naira debit now? That was expensive.
That's the worst sound.
Well, they say it's money to maintain the computers that
Yes.
work.
So they save you stress, and then in saving you stress, you pay for the stress.
I mean, but in honestly, this time, because of how hard this year has been, it was more for me, like this whole year, I considered myself an essential worker. I did. I don't work in a hospital, but I help you with your mindset. I help you come down mentally, you know?
Bring the blood pressure
Stuff is going down, but let's help you to smile a bit.
Okay.
So which is what
Let me ask you all, ladies and gentlemen. I'll start with you, madam. In this year, you have had to deal with many issues. Just as she said, you have had to deal with people who were troubled on their minds, you know, people who were ordinarily not used to staying at home together, had to stay at home together. People who can't stand each other had to stand each other or sit together, or, you know, someone who used to escape at 5 a.m. to come back at 10 p.m. was compelled to stay at home. And so some of the issues that had been, you know, like cracks before had shown up. How did you handle it? You all will take this, but let me start with you, madam.
Oh, thank God again. You know, in our area, let me start from that place. The lockdown time, it let us know each other. People that you don't know that is living in your area before, you by force know that person. Even though you don't want to come out from your room, you will hear people shouting your name. That you are a pastor. We are here, we are hungry. Oh. We are hungry, nothing to eat. Nobody will answer us here. Oh. I know that a woman of God is living in that place. I say, wow. By force, you have to come out. I say, oh, how are you? Good morning. How's everything with you? Hey. So you know me, we know you are living here now. Wow. So whether you like it or not, you have to welcome them, and you have to see people, and you have to whatever you have, you give to them, then you give them love also. That not as if we don't want to greet you before, not as if we don't love you before we love you. So we have to undo it with the love of Christ.
Okay.
So that is it.
Venerable.
You see, in all things, the Bible says we should give thanks.
Yes, yeah.
And the reason for that is that it is what has happened that we know. What will have happened, we don't know. And again, the question again is that had it been a year or any era or time that is that rosy or true, it is no. Every time and season has its own challenge. This is our own challenge now this year. And of course, I can tell somebody today that this year has done us so much good, despite all that we have seen. Because it made us to be able to trace, back to reason more, and make us to be able to close to God more. Because we've been able to sin a lot. I think the resolution of majority now is that it is God. It has been God. There are a lot of people who don't know God before because they have alternatives, they have other ways of surviving, and they've tried those ways now, and it couldn't work. There are a lot of nations, individuals that are now coming back to believe that it is just God. So that is its own advantage, you know. Then two, economically, it has also restricted also much to be able to be accountable for so many things. People don't spend as it used to be because now, so that at least it opens up to so many, you know, facts about life. I think in it, despite all, it has done us so much good.
Okay.
One, for restructuring, to be able to really, you know, ask ourselves a lot of questions, and of course to be able to also prepare us now,
Okay.
you know, for a better future.
Okay. Apostle.
Let's look quickly at Nigerians and traveling at Christmas. Christmas celebration is not Christmas for many unless they go home to their villages. But what has happened this year has also affected their ability to do that. What are your comments about that? Many have been forced to remain where they are. They're unable, people especially from where this young lady comes from, must always go home to celebrate Christmas.
East is east.
Why don't you ask him?
Why is not get to the east? You want to go to the east?
You want to answer?
You are from that part of the country as well, where it, I mean, definitely at Christmas, you must go home.
They're all home.
They're all home.
Yeah.
They're home.
You can't stop them.
But I know that many weren't able to go.
COVID can't stop them. COVID is too small to stop the Igbo one.
Now,
What about insecurity?
I think,
I don't know about that.
yeah.
They're all home.
They're all in the east.
They're all there.
Not all, I think it's really affected things in terms of insecurity.
They are
This-
all.
and-
They are all.
They are all.
And pocket
Yesterday,
power.
yesterday, Christmas, after the service, I have to go and administer communion to the sick. I passed through Olowu, and a lot of shops were opened. That is an indication that they are not all home. It won't happen even on Sundays. Igbos, for what we know them to
Yeah.
be.
Maybe they're not
Travel
Igbos.
since last week.
Maybe those who are not Igbos.
No, it is
Just believe me, they're my people, okay?
the
We know where we
truth.
are.
That's the truth. I'm in charge of a church, and I know what it used to be.
I know.
My 7 o'clock English speaking is almost mainly Igbos.
Yeah.
In the past, we don't used to have them on Christmas Day. Yesterday, we have a good number, even more than what it used to be. So that is an indication. Because of the situation in the country, the insecurity and the money matter, I think it's really affecting the issue.
Well, it's a good thing that at least we can say something for sure. Some of us are here.
In spite of COVID, in spite of EndSARS,
And,
in spite of
yeah.
the rise in poverty and all that, we're still here.
So
let's give thanks.
So for that reason, yes, we have to give thanks. So while we have, listened to all of us talking Christmas, Lady Evangelist Adedoja Okoriko, Minister in charge of CSC City of God, thank you very much for your
You're
time.
welcome, sir.
Venerable Arire Ayo Kolaole of Bola Memorial Anglican Church, Ikeja, thank you very much. As well as Apostle Ansel Madubuko, Apostolic Leader, Revival Assembly Church, thank you so much for your time. And of course, our wonderful audience. Now, it's easy for me to say, give your neighbor a high five or share names, but the best way to do that for me, from my perspective right now, is please, let's applaud each other right now, wherever we are. Bluetooth. All right, we'll take a break, and when we return, more of us.